right, welcome to the second review of the evening. A game called Zardy's Maze. So, if you recall the previous episode, and where I mentioned that sometimes games do not work out for us and replacement games get cycled in, this is one of those. On very short notice, uh, because at time of recording, like yesterday at 1 in the morning, I get a message from Pettyfan telling him that the game he has for this week uh, isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Just apparently, what was it crashing?
It just crashed the desktop with no error message.
Mm, I guess my fault for not getting for not asking for the PlayStation 4 version of that. Like, oh well, if a game doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, oftentimes, especially when it's a day before review time. Not, shit, even less time than that, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably mentioned this before, but oftentimes I will head to Steam's free game section to find something um, that doesn't cost money to review.
Because we broke.
So, on one hand, that is a pixelated ass
Oh,
skybox.
yeah.
But on the other hand, the pixelated ass skybox is the best looking thing I've seen in this game.
You are not wrong. You are
Okay.
not wrong.
Right, so let me get to the bullet points here. Zardy's Maze is a bolded, extremely challenging, unbolded, horror game where you must enter a corn maze in the dead of night and cut down the giant plants that have started to grow there. Equipped with a flashlight and an axe, you must brave the unknown and avoid what lurks in the darkness. Will you stay on the maze paths or will you run scared into the corn? Whatever you choose, you're not going to be alone for very long. Brave procedurally generated mazes for a fresh experience every run. Tackle 7 sinister challenges in the new challenge mode. Encounter 8 different adversaries to outwit and maneuver. Create your own custom challenges for endless punishment. So, Pettyfan, run us through this mess.
It sucks.
Like I said, this is short notice.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, basically.
Sometimes even a week before, I'll grab a janky ass fucking game that's free, Mutant Ops. I won't lie, but once again, it's kind of at the whims of what I see on the free game section.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yeah, it's your standard kind of horror game. It's you can go around the maze, you can walk into the corn to hide. I don't know if you can actually use the axe to defend yourself or just destroy the weeds and stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, you're just kind of meandering around a maze till you find something.
Yeah, a procedurally generated maze.
Yeah. There's also no mini map of any kind. No way to even mark your direction of any kind.
From what I gathered from the marketing materials here, that's kind of the point. Like, that's part of the horror, apparently. Make of that what you will.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just died because how the fuck do you play this game?
Not very well.
Yeah. Granted, this isn't my genre, but
once again, it's well. First of all, I did take a look at this game for like 10 minutes, just to make sure it worked and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those games where you can't rebind the keys. Like,
nope.
So, fun times there. And yeah, and there's also not really much to it.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can
So there are
sprint.
several different threats. Does that include the weeds you apparently have to kill?
The weeds sometimes trigger some of the monsters to come out. And granted, there are also some of them that are just kind of chilling in there. Don't know why. They're just there. There's no explanation to why there are monsters in your corn maze.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a corn maze. The monsters just come automatically. I'm glad this game is one of the, I'm sure, many games now that is taking advantage of the full horror potential of the fucking hand-cranked flashlight.
Yeah, fuck this flashlight.
I mean, it's real.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, not a flashlight, but I got a radio that operates by hand crank. Hurricane emergency.
Yeah, a lot of those, they also have lights on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this game is probably built for jump scare potential.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I'm willing to bet that you can't kill any of the monsters.
Likely not.
I mean, that's very modern day horror, especially indie horror.
Yeah.
You know, and I know like there's a major argument to be had in terms of, you know, does having weapons and defenses make shit less scary? And I'm like, Resident Evil seems to do well with that shit.
Indeed.
Hi, Resident Evil 4 wants to have a talk with you.
Oh God, that there are the detractors. I will recognize this. There are people who say that Resident Evil 4 isn't scary, or it's not it's an action game, because it took the direction it did.
I mean, at least it's not 6.
Well, yeah, okay. Resident Evil 6 is not a fucking horror game. I think that's pretty universally agreed upon.
Indeed.
I mean, you could make a very salient argument that, Resident Evil really started ditching the horror in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can see that we are getting off point here. That's because, well, once again, it's a simple game that doesn't happen to be very good.
Yeah.
Like, well, we see how bad the game looks. Anything to report from the sound or the music direction?
There is no music. It's just ambient noises.
Mm-hmm. What about the sound? Because that's kind of important in horror games.
Honestly, it sounded like they were just using stuff they got off a royalty-free site.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of pricing, this game is a free game, so you can just go and get it off of Steam if you want to, but...
Something masochism.
Well, you can see Petty having a good time with it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yep. And yeah, anything else to report from? I guess in terms of the title, like who the fuck Zardy is?
It's that guy with the pumpkin head that caught me a couple times. That's Zardy.
Okay.
The fuck he's doing there? No clue.
Well, yeah, this game doesn't really seem to be going for the deep lore.
Yeah, this isn't gonna win Story of the Year. Well, it might, depending on how DICE is feeling. Was that a burn? I think it was a burn.
Anyway, so Zardy's Maze. Not so much if it's recommended. How bad is it? Was it as shit as Mutant Ops or not as shit?
At least Mutant Ops, I could kind of have some, fun streaming with the friends. This one's just meh.
like I said, I'll be upfront. Not our best work, but you know, short run times.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that'll about do it for Zardy's Maze. Be sure to tune in after the break as Twilight will be reviewing. God, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game there. Come Back Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.